to welcome to the stage the Chair of AUCA Board of Trustees, David Lakhdhir.
Welcome to all. Vice Prime Minister Pascal, President Becker, other distinguished guests and faculty, most importantly, parents, grandparents, family, and our graduates today, both of the bachelor's program and of the master's programs. My remarks today are going to be a little unusual. I've never given them in the past, and for reasons that will become clear, I will not give them again. Please bear with me. I'm very pleased to be here in Bishkek at this university after more than 2 years. Like many of you, the pandemic limited my travel, not only within my own country, but for large periods of time from outside my home. But for most of the past 2 years, I was not in my own house, but in the house of my parents, as I took care of my elderly father. My father is a large part of why I am so committed to education and to this university. My father, whose name was David Lakhdhir, was born in Mumbai, India in 1925. He was the son of a small businessman. My grandfather sold nuts and dried fruit, and then unfortunately he died when my father was 11. My father's mother, my grandmother, had married very young and had only an elementary school education. So she was left with the very daunting task of ensuring the survival of 4 out of 9 originally surviving children. My grandmother's strategy for lifting her family out of poverty had only one element. She was extremely single-minded in this, and that was somehow to provide her children with the education that she never had. Fortunately for this strategy, her children were good students, or perhaps she ensured that they were good students. I'm not sure which happened. They were also very, very lucky. My father received scholarships to study first at the University of Bombay and then at the University of California at Berkeley. Enormous changes occurred during my father's lifetime. India won its independence. The technologies that my father studied at university, which were analog, gave way to digital technologies. The geopolitical and economic structure of the world changed multiple times with the breakup of the Soviet Union and the creation of Kyrgyzstan, among other things. The rise of China as an economic powerhouse, the growth of international trade and investment, etc. Perhaps it should be no surprise, given my father's own experience, that he believed fervently in the power of what he called an American-style education. He didn't say liberal arts, but that's what he meant. As opposed to the style of education that he had received in India, was critical to his own well-being and success in the world, and to that of his 2 children. My sister and I received such an education, and we have benefited from it throughout our professional lives. Having achieved that objective, my father then encouraged my sister and myself to do everything possible to support others to have a similar life-changing educational experience, the one he had once had. My father is sadly no longer with us. He died a little more than a year ago. That is why I will only give this talk once. But in his memory, I would like to convey to you the same exhortation that he gave to my sister and to me as we were growing up. It's 3 words only, a bit shorter than President Becker's challenge to each of you. I offer them to you today. Excel and achieve, he said to us. It will be etched on his tombstone, excel and achieve. And so as you graduates set off today and confront the challenges in your lives, I offer my father's 3 words of wisdom: excel and achieve. I have one more request. May each of you also always remember and honor your own parents, your grandparents, and your entire family. They made you who you are today. They gave you that support, and they have made this day possible. So I say thank you to all of you, but always remember, and congratulations.